So we've got to talk about the New York Knicks today, especially with Paul Pierce sharing his thoughts on the game. And Mike Brown also made a comment that would honestly raise some concerns if you're a Knicks fan. We're going to jump straight into that clip before we go any further.
It's a 7-game series for a reason. You know, stuff's going to happen. There are plenty of teams have been down 1-2. You know, should I even think Oklahoma City was down 1-2 last year, and they end up winning it. So I'm not saying we're going to win it or anything like that, but the reality of it is it's 7 games, and you take one game at a time.
No. You better win this series, or you're probably only going to be the New York Knicks coach for 1 year. There's going to be some roster changes, and honestly, I'm not even sure winning this series is the best outcome for how this team is currently built. Jalen Brunson's dad also needs to step away from the bench. Fans are tired of saying that. So yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of movement, and some fans are already saying, let's just get this over with and rip the Band-Aid off. We already know Brunson can't be the best player on a championship team. Let's go out and get someone with size who can be that top option. But now, let's get into what Paul Pierce had.
I think Cat should be. They need to figure out how Cat can be their best player if they want to win.
Yes.
Because he has to be. And I said this, and this is not a knock on Jalen Brunson. He can't be your best player on a championship team. If we're saying the Knicks, like, he can be a great player and close and be that role. But like for us, KG was our best player. I was the closer. And
Sure.
I understood that. Like throughout the course of the game, we got to go to KG, and I was the closer. That's how I feel like this should look.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not utilizing Cat the right way, because I noticed a situation where in the second quarter, I believe, or the third, where Brunson came out and Cat, they just wasn't going to Cat. Like, what's going on right now? And he scraped
Kudos
up
to
some
Cat.
offensive rebound, and he scraped up a good game, but he's highly efficient. He's working his ass off on the offensive rebound.
I think Cat's been playing excellent.
He's been playing great, man. For a guy that's not being featured, he's played amazing, man. He's had outstanding performances for a guy that they're not feeding and
And the
they're not
Brunson
featuring.
part that nobody, I get it. He's known to not be a great defender. Bro, he's getting destroyed on that end. They are targeting him and making every action about him. They're
As they
just
should.
attacking him.
They're supposed to do that.
When Atlanta takes Dyson Daniels off the floor, there's nowhere for this guy to hide. He can't guard Kuminga, who's way too big, way too athletic, stronger, bigger, faster, jumps higher. He's just going to outmuscle him. Alexander Walker's too big for him. Obviously, he can't do nothing with Jalen Johnson. CJ's just putting him in the freaking blender. Like, CJ's a good size matchup for him, but like he's doing moves, crossovers I haven't seen in years.
He's bringing out the
guys.
shifts. He's
It's
shifty on him out
insane
there.
what he's
He's
doing.
bringing back Portland CJ like, let me have
His
this dance.
eyes
He's
are
dancing.
lighting.
All right, I'm just going to say this out loud. The part a lot of people aren't saying. Jalen Brunson didn't take less money for the New York Knicks out of pure sacrifice. That decision was more about putting himself in a situation where he could play alongside his Villanova teammates. And people really need to acknowledge that. It wasn't completely selfless, because a truly selfless move would have been taking less money and telling the front office to go out and bring in higher-level talent. That would mean targeting a true franchise player, someone like Giannis Antetokounmpo, or at least another consistent all-star. Even if not a superstar, they could have added strong, reliable contributors. Guys like Jonathan Kuminga or Norman Powell. Players who can give you 18 to 20 points on any given night and be more consistent offensively than Mikal Bridges. I remember when those early videos surfaced of Mikal Bridges adjusting his jump shot after joining the Knicks, and unfortunately those concerns have played out. He hasn't looked as confident since that change, and the consistency just hasn't been there. He's had moments, sure, but not enough steady production on the offensive end. Karl-Anthony Towns grabbed 17 rebounds last night, and OG Anunoby stepped up in a big way. I was even calling him OG Kobe with the way he hit those